what's up, Maniacs? We thought we had the SEMA show wrapped up, only when we found out that Chris right here, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Nice to have you do this interview with us. He's got this crazy short bus, and I gotta let him tell you guys what it is so I don't spoil it. So Chris, what do you got over here, man?
So what we have here is we have a 1957 Ford B500 handicap accessible short bus. So this thing is on 24-inch dualies, full air ride. Kicker is one of my sponsors, so we have all Kicker speakers in there. Quake is one of them, so we got all kinds of Quake LEDs, and we put a 7.3 liter diesel engine in this thing.
It lays frame.
Yes.
It's on the ground.
So one of the reasons a lot of people are like, man, why did you lay that thing all the way down like that, you know? But honestly, we put a handicap accessible ramp in the back, and the lower we can get it makes the lower that ramp angle better. So it's actually very functional. A lot of stuff that we did in this bus is stuff that was functional for me, you know? Like, once you get over the pumpkin, there's a ramp, but that ramp is on air ride. So I can lay that ramp all the way down, and then I have all the floor space, and then I can air it back up and get out.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So tell me, man, what inspired you to build a bus like this?
All right, so I am a car guy. I love cars, right? So I remember I was doing the power tour. I have a 2010 Challenger SRT. We were doing the power tour, and I was like, I want to build an old car. So I was like dead set on building an F100, right? And I met this guy, he's a car guy, car builder, and he's like, that ain't gonna work. He's like, have you ever been in an F100? And I was like, no. He's like, let's go look at one. He's like, there's no room in this thing. There's no room for a wheelchair. There's no room for people. So he's like, you gotta go with a panel van. So we kind of like were talking about it, friends. And I was like, you know what'd be awesome? What's better than a dude in a wheelchair owning a short bus? So then we just decided I'd buy a short bus, and we went from there.
First of all, how long did it take? And then what kind of challenges did you run in with this thing?
So it's been about 5 years, and to be honest, I've had some difficulties with shops, over-promising, under-delivering, or not doing things right. So it's moved around a lot from shops. But honestly, probably one of the hardest things for me was getting the handicap accessible feet, like ramps and hand controls. Like, I'd call places and they're like, oh no, that hasn't been crash tested, so we can't sell you that. Probably one of the other hardest things was, sourcing some of the original parts. This thing has curved glass in the back. You know how expensive curved glass is?
Super.
It's crazy. So I'm on these like Facebook bus things. Someone posted a picture of some junkyard, and I was like, there's my glass. I call this dude in Indiana, right? And it's like a 2-hour conversation about his dog and the neighbor, and I'm like, all I want to do is buy this glass. Like 5 phone calls later, he's like, all right, I'll sell it to you. What's it gonna cost you? I'm like, what is it? He's like, $100. It's gonna be expensive. And I was like, I got you. I was like, I got you.
Send it.
Where do you want me to send you some money? I got you. Yeah. But then the other thing was the handicap features. There's a lot of, like, they don't want to sell you that stuff because of the liability and stuff like that. And they're like, it's not crash tested. And I'm like, so you're telling me like handicapped people can't have old vehicles or what? So I was able to source all that stuff, but it was a little bit of a battle.
So we always want to tell our viewers, to get out there and get working on something and do something if they're interested in that, right?
Right.
I mean, do you have anything to tell them?
So honestly, this bus is in a nonprofit called beyondthebus.org, right? And this nonprofit is set up to promote other nonprofits around getting people with disabilities out doing activities like hunting, fishing, scuba diving. There's all these activities. Instead of focusing on what you can't do, focus on what you can do. And you'll find that, being around with other people with disabilities, you'll find, you know what, maybe I don't have it that bad. And it's a really good mindset to go with of, I can do this. Because if you're focused on what you can't do, you're not gonna be able to accomplish it. And honestly, if a dude in a wheelchair can build a short bus, you can build it too,
That is so cool, man. And yeah, I mean, you said it. You said it all right there. So we really appreciate you.
Thank you.
For taking
Thanks
the
for having
time,
me.
you know, right before loading this thing on a trailer and heading back to Texas.
Exactly.
So it's really cool. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Appreciate it. Thanks.